Hi everybody, today I'd like to talk about the type of canvas I use and the reasons why I use this type of canvas. The canvas I use is called an oil primed linen canvas. And the reason I use this canvas, well, there are several reasons. First of all, the type of canvas this is, the brand of it is Centurion, and it's pretty much the best canvas you could possibly buy, or the best surface you could possibly use for oil painting. The main reason I use this canvas is because the paint tends to stand up more on this type of canvas. Whereas with a traditional canvas, the paint tends to absorb and sink into the canvas. This type of canvas, the paint sits out more. So the more the paint sits up, the more vibrant the colors are going to be at the end of the painting. The reason why the paint sits up, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, it's primed with oil instead of acrylic gesso. And oil is a less absorbable substance than acrylic gesso, so for that reason the paint sits up. And also, the weave of linen is tighter than the weave of canvas. If you look at the fibers of linen, it's just a tighter weave. There's less room for the paint to absorb into it, so it tends to stand up better. A lot of paintings painted by the old masters, they used to paint on things like wood and I think masonite and frescoes and whatnot, and the paint stood up more because it didn't sink into the surface, which is why I don't like regular canvases. That's why I like oil primed linen, because it stands up better. Another reason why it's a great canvas is they give you these pegs in the back. And what you can do is you can kind of stick them in these holes here and take a hammer and bang them in, and you can adjust the tension and tightness of the canvas. I like to paint on a canvas that's really tight and firm and stiff. So what I do is I put these pegs in here and just bang them in here, and it separates the canvas at the corners. And the more you bang them in, the more it gets separated here. The more it gets separated here, the tighter it's going to be on the other side. So it gives you the ability to make the canvas more tense, which is good. Another thing it does is when the canvas is tight, as you can see here, see how it kind of comes apart in the back? It kind of separates from the canvas in the back. That's good because a lot of times with some canvases you'll paint on a canvas and then the line from the back will come up in the front. You put some paint here and you'll see a line. Whereas with this type of canvas, if you make it tense enough, this little separation here, that'll keep that from happening. So you don't have to worry about like a line forming here like a lot of canvases have. And another reason is the surface itself is very smooth. Obviously I like to paint portraits and paintings that have a lot of details, and when you're painting a painting that has a lot of details, you need smooth surfaces. And this is pretty much the smoothest surface you could possibly use. If you use a regular canvas, it's going to be a little bit more rough. On a regular canvas, you could sand it a couple times, and just go over it a little bit with some gesso on top of it. But if you buy an oil primed linen canvas, you don't have to do that. It's already smooth enough to be able to paint a portrait or any kind of detailed painting. And finally, it's considered more archival. This type of canvas will last longer than a regular canvas. They say hundreds of years. I don't think it's going to really matter for us, but it will last a long, long time. So that's a good thing too. So that's the type of canvas I use. I use an oil primed linen canvas. So if you have any questions, you can contact me at my website at marccharlestonzillo.com. You can email me through there. I'm also considering giving private lessons, so if any of you would be interested in private lessons, please contact me about that. Once again, my website is marccharlestonzillo.com, and thanks for watching.